Welcome to the Pod Has Been Cast. Into the Void. Welcome to High Ones, Dungeons and Dragons style. I don't know. That's the intro. That was pretty
I love
cool.
it. That's the intro.
Was it
Absolutely.
good? I don't know. I don't like that people can see me.
Do you want us to blur you out like an
This is what it
anonymous
looks
source?
like when we record.
Please blur me out.
Oh my God, right. Hi.
Hi, we're recording. Hello.
It's us. We have faces and physical forms.
We do. I mean, we have faces, but very little else.
True.
Welcome. We promised this episode years and years and years ago when we said we would have 100 followers or subscribers or something along those lines. And what are we at today?
I think we're at like 110.
110.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're right on the money. So if anyone says that we lie to you, they're a liar because we tell
Yeah.
the truth.
That's right.
And that's
Yeah,
what
we do.
podcasting is about, telling the truth.
Telling the truth. Telling
Yeah.
our truth. Telling our void truth.
So just as promised, these three little nerds here are going to be eating some progressively spicier wings as we ask them some questions you, our listeners, submitted, as well as some questions I might have for them. And they're going to talk about what their characters did for their level 6 level up.
We're leveling up like crazy.
I know some of you are thinking, Jules, why aren't you eating anything spicy? And here's the reason why. I'm so sexy.
Yeah.
And because of which my tummy is so weak. I have a weak tummy. And I will just absolutely destroy my whole butthole. And that's not what we're here to do.
We don't want
But
that.
No.
I did feel bad that I wasn't going to do anything. So I got you all a little surprise, which is a surprise, I suppose, that is for me.
Yay.
I ordered
No.
some jalapeno tequila.
Oh.
So
Yes.
That is what I'm talking about.
this is Tanteo, which sounds a little bit like Tanyo. I'm just saying.
Tanyo.
Jalapeno tequila. I have some limes here, and I have 3 shot glasses, which might be 1 shot glass to
Aw.
a few. And I'm going to be taking shots as you are eating these wings. Now,
Nice.
just for
Tanyo, the bartender, is chopping up little limes for you, putting salt on the rim of your margarita glass.
I haven't opened this. The smell is.
Tanyo's like,
And I'm already spilling all over myself. So I'm going to pour the first one.
beautiful.
I have not eaten a lot today. So this could get
Oh,
bad.
shit.
I am thrilled.
Cool,
This
cool,
could get
cool,
bad.
cool, cool.
Cool.
But here, it smells like so grassy. It's really like a refreshing scent.
It's literally just grass.
I mean,
Tanyo's like,
like it smells like a jalapeno. This is- I don't know. I'm kind of nervous now. I was thinking, oh, this will probably be like kind of hot, but I don't think it'll be spicy. What if it's spicy?
what's the worst
Oh,
that can
fuck.
happen?
My butthole. Okay, let's get things started off. We're gonna start off with some questions submitted from viewers like you. But before we do that, we're going to take our first bite. Carlos, what kind of hot sauce are you rocking on the first level of hotness?
So I chose my hot sauces based on their silly names, and this one is probably the one I'm least scared of. It is called Cosmic Dumpling. It's got a little soy saucy flavor apparently, and this is the only one I'm excited to try.
Good. What about you, Sweet Bee? What kind of sauciness are we seeing?
I am working off of Queen Majesty's Scotch bonnet and ginger hot sauce. It has a little
that sounds
tiger on it.
good.
That's not a tiger. It has a little big cat. I think it's a
it's a
leopard.
jaguar.
Someone will tell me what it is.
I believe
Is it
it's a
cheetah?
jaguar. It's a jaguar. Can I see it again?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, that's
not musk
totally a
ox.
cheetah.
It's a jaguar. No, it's not a fucking cheetah.
Looks like
It's
it might be a
fucking
jaguar or
Fuck
a leopard.
both of you. It's a cheetah.
Okay, well, comment
in
in the
brains.
comments below. What do you think kind of cat? Is it cheetah, leopard? Maybe a tiger. I don't know.
Someone's like, I'm gonna
little
fucking
big cat.
someone on YouTube is like, I'm gonna fucking tell them. I'm gonna tell them what it is.
Yeah, and they will. And that's what I love
But I
about
can't
the
wait
internet.
for you to tell me that that's a jaguar. Robert, the original spicy boy.
My first sauce is the Heatonist number 6.
Ooh. That's kind of a
It's,
sexy bottle. That's a used bottle. You've been through
gooseberry,
this.
sumac, and gentian root. And yes, I have had this before.
Okay.
I don't know what any of those things you just said.
I know what
are.
a gooseberry is. And that's
Gooseberry.
about as far as I could get.
Gooseberry.
All right, then. I'm going to zebra pipes down the stripes this first shot.
Yes.
I
I'm
can take
really
a bite
upset.
of this.
I'm
Wing.
really upset.
It is.
Cheers to the pod has been cast, y'all.
Cheers. 100 subscribers, baby.
We should make sure to chew into the mic, right?
Oh, it is.
Oh,
ASMR.
Oh, wait.
okay.
It is spicy. It is spicy. Okay.
How you feeling,
spicy?
Jules?
The jalapeno tequila is spicy. Oh, no.
Damn. Your pitch has raised like 3 octaves since you took that shot.
You just-
This was nothing. We're feeling good on the wing side of things. Bet you wish you had some sauce now, huh, Joel?
Well, I'm going to put this shot glass over here. That's one.
Woohoo!
Is this the surprise you were talking about for like weeks?
No. Oh, my
okay.
God. But that's coming soon.
Jules has a surprise for us.
I do.
I don't know what it
You
is.
know
You
what?
have no
this
idea.
was aftertaste. I bit into the chicken and I was like, this isn't that bad. And now my mouth is on fire.
Already?
This is
Yeah.
level 1. We
Yeah,
fucked
look,
it.
I have a lot on the line here. My family always makes fun of me because we're Mexicans and I can't handle a lot of heat. And they're like,
Yeah.
well, what's wrong with you?
I'm the
A
same
lot.
way. My daddy from the islands, and I just did not get any of that. Okay, this is our first question. I'm coming at you first, Carlos.
Okay.
This is from Still Whitson, our friend James from our crossover episode. Shout out to Tell Me Where I Lose You podcast, wherever podcasts are sold. Jamesy wants to know, what was the hardest part of, you know what it just occurred to me?
This is a you question.
Oh my God. This is a me question. Not
just
all
got
these
hit.
questions. Oh no. But you know- no. Okay. I'm going to ask it anyway. What was the hardest part of D&D to translate into science fiction void-based RPG? Carlos, for you, what was difficult? I think let's interpret this as creating a character.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Oh my God, this is really spicy. Really? Yeah, this is not good. This is not a good start. But I'm not gonna drink my milk until the end for you all. Oh my God, I'm dying. Okay,
Do it
so
if you have to.
no, I'm okay. Okay. All right. So the hardest part is when you get a description of a spell or, one of your classes or subclasses abilities. Like sometimes you can choose what you get, right? You could choose what spells you use. So you have a little bit of a freedom to be like, oh, this makes sense for sci-fi. But sometimes you get an ability and it just doesn't make sense at all. And you're like forced to fix it. So I would say the hardest thing for me to sort of flavor sci-fi-y, which I guess this is kind of a good question for me, is probably it's actually honestly probably the cantrips and like the small things. Like for me, it's really easy to do like the big stuff, like, Misty Step and, those kind of spells. But like fucking like, minor illusion, like really simple things like, magic stone, like those like really simple things that are like, or even like I have one level of artificer, right? And there's an ability called magical tinkering. And you're like, oh, that's easy, right? It's sci-fi. You're just making tech. But like for some reason, it's like really hard. I don't know. It's really hard to describe, but it's like something so simple. It's like you make a coin sprout a holographic image. It's like, that makes sense in my head, but it doesn't feel right. You know, it feels like a little yucky that it's like too easy, you know?
Well, yeah, I want to give you a little cupcake though, because I think, and here you go, I think you do such a good job of describing your spells. I always admire that about how you roleplay. Is like you tell that you like kind of when you pick your spells, you put some thought behind it, and that's something I appreciate and challenges me to do the same. Just because, just in case this question was geared towards me a little bit, for me it was the weapons, and just making sure that they were not super powerful. Like, what is the equivalent of like a gun? And that was like a whole crisis, and I almost abandoned us doing this show because I was like, you know what, this is too hard. But I'm glad we stuck with it. And yes, I did make the guns too strong, but hey, everyone has them, so in a way it kind of evens the playing field.
True.
That's right. Yeah, right. I'm glad we didn't get fucking obliterated in like one of the first episodes by a gun.
Could happen. What I mean? Could happen. I mean, the first thing I made you all fight was a giant turret robot. And I was really just shooting for the moon. B.
Yeah.
How did you all become chums? This question comes from JJ Costumes.
That's
Bianca,
Jerica.
how did you all become chums?
This is, I think, a really good question for me because I feel like I was sort of like the last addition to the group.
You were.
Joolz and Joolz is the one that brought me onto the project. Thanks, Joolz.
Thank you.
Joolz and I met through the Chicago theater scene, specifically Shakespeare in the Park company called Midsummer Flight. And we had talked about Dungeons and Dragons before, surely. And so Joolz reached out and was like, "Hey, we're starting a podcast and we're looking for people who aren't men. Do you want to be on the show?" And I was like, "Yeah, I fit that category and I love Dungeons and Dragons. Sign me up." And then over the course of the process, I am sweating so much right now. You guys, I cannot.
my nose is running.
So hot on the inside. And then over the course of the process, we just I don't know, we all sort of gelled really well. I think it was one of those like kismet things where, you bring people together on a creative project and you're like, I hope this works. And then it did. I feel like our like storytelling methods aligned with each other and our like general goals of like how we want to play D&D, both together and for an audience, worked out really well.
Yeah,
it was nice.
No, I mean, and for my part, I just like knew that you had it. I was like, Bianca fucking kills everything I've seen them do. In Chicago theater and otherwise, Bianca always kills. So, and I knew you gamed. So I was like, obvious choice. You were choice number one. And you said yes.
Yay!
Yes.
Wow.
And who is choice number two? Someone floating out there, perhaps listening right now. Are you my second choice? Ooh.
And I'm choice number 4.
Yeah, I don't even know. And Carlos, Robert, and I think we first met through our mutual friend Omar, who you all went to college with. Shout out Omar. And I did not have any concept of who you are or anything about you all. But Robert reached out one day and said, do you want to do a D&D podcast? And I was super available.
Yes.
The rest is her story. We also share a love of Not Another D&D podcast from HeadGum. Really great actual play podcast if you're in the market for a podcast other than ours. Listen to us first.
You got to stay here.
Please don't leave us.
Stay here. But
when you find out there are other options, please don't leave us.
That's where you and Carlos met, right? Joolz is at the live taping.
I feel like we actually have met previously, but you were not a person to me.
It was like one of those things where it was like we met at a party or something like that. And
absolutely.
It was like, we both were like, oh, you're that friend of Omar's, you know? And
we gamed this out. I was at a house party while you two were at college. I had already graduated at your house. Yeah. And, we probably maybe even exchanged words. And I was like, that kid was rude.
Hey, honestly, you probably weren't wrong.
No, it was love at first sight.
And Carlos and I, we went to college together. We did improv together in college. We've known each other forever. He's kind of the bane of my existence.
Yeah.
Aw.
That's sweet.
Robert's being so serious.
Robert's so
Like,
serious.
Really?
No, he's my nemesis. He really is. I
No, you guys, I can't. So stop.
so cute. I hate him.
Robert, this next question comes to us from superfan and brilliant artist T.H. Boeing. I want you to answer this question first, but I think we all are going to have to because it's so fucking fun. Actually, should I save this until later after we've had more spice? This is kind of a spicy question. I'm going to swap it, but I still want to hear from
swap it.
In the live action movie, who would play your character?
Probably Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
An older Brad Pitt, I think.
Cool. Very
Love
cool.
that.
I was not expecting a Pitt.
Certainly not.
Suave, sort of southernish charm.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I see
That's
it.
good.
Plus,
That's
we have the
really
same birthday, me and Brad Pitt.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Hey,
You and
look,
Pitt.
Brad Pitt, we can't pay you to do this movie, but we share a birthday. That's got to stand for
That's
something,
got to
right?
come for something, huh?
Hello?
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 Well, Bianca, and Andy Serkis would probably do the movement at least for Heart, but who would do the voice?
At least 100% would be Andy Serkis. I could do the voice if necessary. If anyone asks.
Please hire me.
Cast yourself in the
Yeah, you said if
Like
anyone,
in the
I would like to
BFG
work.
movie.
But if it's not going to be me because I'm busy doing something else, it'd definitely be Andy Serkis doing the movement. And then I think Paul Bettany would do the voice.
Oh my
for
God.
Heart.
Okay. Holy shit. You are all zagging on me right now. I did not see any of these coming.
Gotcha.
Rain, take us home.
I think we already made this bit, but Aubrey Plaza would play Rain.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be really great.
That's
Yeah,
good.
Really great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess for me, who would direct somebody of a similar caliber than what I've brought to the table. So I don't know, maybe like a Scorsese
Yeah.
or a Spielberg or something like that. I don't know. Whoever won an Academy Award, I think would be worthy of my material. Next, sauce.
No.
All right. We're going to go
yeah.
up in heat
There's
caliber.
so much more to
All
go.
right.
I'm not ready for this.
We
got
gotta
a
do
couple
it. We
heat
gotta do it.
misers
We
in the
can't just keep
building
pushing it
today.
off.
Okay.
Let's start with Carlos. What do you got?
Okay. This one's called Pucker Butt.
Oh,
Fuck you.
It's this is a heat index of 4. It's a Chipotle Express. It's got pepper and peppers, honey, apple cider vinegar, lemon juice from concentrate, distilled vinegar, blah blah blah. All I'm gonna taste is that hot heat,
That hot butt.
that hot butt.
Carlos, are you going to be okay?
I'm not. I'm dead on the inside.
Okay. Bianca, what do you got?
I have black garlic, California Reaper, 5 flames. And this one,
Bianca,
what?
5 flames?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a
Number
pretty
2.
spicy one.
This was. I just want to be clear. This was marketed to me as a number 2 sauce. So I picked it thinking it was a number 2 sauce. And based on the reactions I'm getting at this moment, I'm beginning to realize I was maybe tricked.
In all
What
fairness,
on
it was
your
like the
tombstone?
levels were like hot, hotter, hottest, and even hottester.
Yeah.
So
This one says the world's hottest pepper, savory black garlic, and a hint of sweet maple. This hot sauce will shake you to your core.
Bianca, I'm so scared for you.
I'm about to get fucked up, you guys. That's my
you
sauce.
do your core.
Robert, what? I'm sure this will taste like water to you, regardless of what it is.
This is the Heartbeat hot sauce from Thunder Bay, Ontario. This is their scorpion pepper edition.
Good day for Bay.
Shit.
All right, I poured myself another shot.
Yay!
Yeah.
Feeling fine. Zebra pipes down the stripes.
On the stripes. Wait, what?
What? Fuck.
Oh shit.
Very good.
You're nodding now.
Yeah, I know.
You're like,
Yeah,
not
this
bad.
one's a little spicy. Yeah.
You know what? The lime after doesn't help. I'm going to cut the lime. I'm cutting the lime. Oh.
This one's like really dry.
I'm not
Very
getting any
upset.
of the maple. I'm just getting.
Here's the thing, though. This tequila is very good. If any of you are tequila connoisseurs, I do recommend. I am perhaps a little baby, but it's quite tasty. You know what? It tastes like the Lincoln Park Conservatory. That's exactly what it tastes like.
I love that.
What?
Carlos, describe to me what's going on with you right now. Carlos, walk me through what you're sort of experiencing.
I feel like my eyes are going to pop out of my head.
Don't touch him. Don't touch your eyes.
Stop moving your hands towards your face. Yeah, there you go. It's cool. You're cool. You're drinking. What do you got over there? A little milk or?
I don't have milk. I don't have milk. This is a beer. It's not hot. It's also not helping.
I didn't think it would. I thought maybe it was like a latte or something, like something with a little bit of cream.
The thought of drinking milk,
which you're supposed to do, but honestly, if I want to guarantee my next day will just be ruined, I'm gonna have hot, spicy food and milk. Robert, you're making a face I didn't expect you to make tonight. You look like you are actually feeling some intensity over there.
Yeah, but my nose is running really bad. I'm like borderline about to start hiccuping.
Well, it sounds like the perfect time to ask you a question, Robert. We're going to switch up our order a little bit here. If you could have one of your character's abilities, which would you choose and why? And this comes to us from Lucky LaRue. That's my buddy Laura. I was in her wedding. Beautiful wedding. Beautiful girl.
Nice.
I owe her a D&D campaign. One day, Laura. One day.
I think the one that comes to mind right away is Invisible Githyanki Mage Hand.
yeah.
What sort of hijinks would you get up to with that mage hand?
Oh, I would get into all sorts of crazy hijinks, like not having to get up to get the remote.
Dude, sick.
fucking punk
Turning
rock.
off the lights without getting out of bed.
You know, that's real talk. Like, if we had magic, I would not be like running around picking people's pockets or like trying to rob banks. I'd be like, oh, can I make my already easy life a little bit more easy?
Yeah.
How about let's go over to B. B, how you doing over there?
Oh, great.
I'm hearing a lot of noises. I'm seeing a lot of movement out of the corner of my eye.
I'm doing awesome. What's up?
Well, this question comes to us from Steve
Lebeds.
Say it
That's
again?
my dad's name.
Lebeds.
Lebeds, from Steve Lebeds.
Steve Lebeds is your dad's name? That's so weird.
Steve. That's my father. No,
Surname.
Steve is my dad's name. It's also my brother's name. It's a common name.
Steve wants to know, where do you draw inspiration from for your plot? And I can take that question as well. But Bianca, you came up with a huge, like, sort of interesting backstory from Hart at the very beginning of us even talking about doing this. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about that as you were able to breathe?
I would love to talk about it. I feel like the oxygen flow into my mouth will be good. I usually have such detailed backstories for my Dungeons and Dragons characters. Anyone who has ever DM'd for me has received like no less than 3 pages of a backstory.
This is true.
Even like before we recorded this podcast, the 4 of us did a like test run D&D campaign, and it was like supposed to be just like 1 session. And I sent joolz like 2 pages of like a full fucking like
That is true. This happened.
like a whole backstory. I had a secret identity that never came up in the campaign, which was totally fine. I just needed to know.
We only had 5 sessions.
It was just important for me. So with this character, with Hart, I was like, I want to switch things up because I've never done a podcast like D&D podcast before, and so I wanted to try something new. So I told joolz, I was like, I would like my character to not remember anything about their history. I like gave like a few, like I came up with the idea of like, I think they've been on the ship for a very long time. I think something happened. I think that they were supposed to protect someone or something. But the rest I just sort of like left up to artistic interpretation, which has been really fun because like as Hart learns things, I also learn things, which is just so much fun. It's so juicy and good. And I am so overjoyed that you were not only okay with me being like, I know nothing.
Oh no!
But also, there are 2 more sauces after this. But also, that you and I just want to say thank you. You've done just such like a really wonderful job of like taking the prompt that I have given you and just like absolutely running with it in such a beautiful way. It's been really fun. And then I was like, I don't want to do magic. And then I was like, hey, Jules, can I be a paladin?
Yeah. I remember that. You're all fabulous. And everything I do, I draw inspiration from what you're into. I always say the most interesting thing in D&D should be the most thing. Oh, fuck me, dude. That was almost a good quote. That was almost a good thought. I'm going to try again. The most interesting thing in D&D should be what the player is most interested in. And that's what I try to do when I run sessions is be willing to throw what I want in the fire in favor of what you are interested in. As for where I kind of like got the plot from, I stole a lot. Yeah. Like any good fucking writer should.
Absolutely.
Borrowed heavily from like Mass Effect, I'm a huge Mass Effect fan. There's a little bit of Farscape and Firefly in there. What do you call it? Oh shit, what's the name of that show? Oh, The 100. I was binge watching The 100 as we were like sort of starting this campaign during the quarantine because I was so sad. And I'm sure there's some of The 100 in there. Not a great show, but I watched every single fucking episode, God knows. And also like, you know, maybe 2 years ago, I wrote a short script for like a radio play that was set in the Void. So that's kind of where the idea of the Void came from. Maybe it's called Bio Dad.
Yeah.
And maybe one of these days we'll record it. But that is sort of was the seed from which this came from. It looks nothing like what we've done, but a lot of the terminology came from, you know, like Void Ship and things like that came from that play. How you doing, Carlos?
Good. Really quickly, looking back at that that little like test campaign that we did together that Bianca was talking about doing like a 2-3 page character analysis of. I think my character analysis for my halfling was just 1 page that said 2 words, Danny DeVito.
That's literally
that's
just it. You know what? Every player is different and that's fine.
That's how that went. So when Bianca came in with their awesome character that was just very deep, like you no, seriously, you had some like really deep conversations with NPCs after like me and Robert just like fucked up every interaction we had.
Shout out the original iteration of Red Reggie.
Yeah, right. But
Reggie is a character that appears in many of my campaigns. I love playing a piece of shit.
Yeah. But when we added Bianca, that was just the best. It really, like, that's when we really melded together and everything started to rock and roll. So I appreciate all of you being a part of this because we got a good flow. But yeah, I'm dying.
I've had 2 shots and I'm getting emotional. Carlos.
Yes.
This is a question for you, but I'm going to also throw this at everybody because this is very important. Marry, fuck, kill, Xandar, Radnax, Rain, Hallwinter, and Hart.
Oh, I already know.
I already know.
I would marry Hart, fuck Xandar, and kill Rain.
Interesting. Bianca.
Because she's such a little shit.
Well, she is that. You made her that way.
Yeah, that's my baby.
Exact same answer.
Yeah.
I was going to say the same. That feels like you know, when you're like in a group of people and you're like, I know my position in this group of people. I am obviously the kill. You're the fuck and you're the marry. That's it. Marry Hart, fuck Xandar, kill Rain. Quickly, gently, painlessly.
Yeah.
Right out of there.
Yeah,
Robert, are you doubling
same
down?
answer. It's all three of us had the same answer.
Let's go.
That's so interesting. I don't
You're
think
welcome.
I don't think I would say that.
What would you say?
What would you say?
Mary Xandar.
Don't be nice.
I'm
Don't
not
just do it
nice.
just to be nice.
No, I'm not being nice. I think
No, we're still killing Ray.
I would fuck Rain,
Whoa, let's go.
marry Xandar, kill Hart.
Sure.
That's
And that's
terrible.
just me. I know.
How
And, you know,
could you?
Hart is America's sweetheart.
Well-
But I think in a real world situation, day after day, all the questions and not understanding what things were, it would break me. I'm not a patient person.
The emotional honesty is a lot. I too would probably chase a scoundrel halfway across the void that wanted nothing to do with me.
I would find that off switch. It's got to be on there somewhere.
Probably.
Fabulous. That's our, we're going up another round. We're going up another
God.
level. This is, in this section, we have gone through our listener submitted questions. I'm going to be asking some questions, which I have not prepared. And in this moment, I will come up with what they are. But to give me some time, Carlos, what's your next sauce?
All right. So this one doesn't really have a funny name, but it's got a funny picture. It's called Eye of the Scorpion. And it's got this guy who's like freaking the fuck out. He's like, run away. This hot sauce is really spicy. And I'm like, shut up, Scorpion. You don't talk.
It's going to be you in 2
D&D
minutes.
monster.
It really does. I don't know if there's any fun description. Okay. Eye of the Scorpion stings your tongue and blurs your vision with its 1-2 punch of scorpion pepper and scorpion powder. Garlic, blah, blah, blah. It's great
Wait,
for
is there
cooking.
actual scorpion in the monster?
I guess so. Just remember to have ventilation going when you're cooking this.
Oh, no.
This fire-breathing monster is
Not the
not for
cooking
the faint
one.
of heart.
What about the fate
The
of
faint of
All right, line up that third shot.
Oh, get
Oh,
wrecked.
fuck me. Oh, Bianca, what are you fucking saucing down?
I'm about to
Hitting my microphone with my hat. This was a bad idea. I shouldn't have done
Jesus.
shots.
I'm about to slurp down this sauce. It's called the classic hot sauce from the Hot Ones, which is the YouTube series we are inspired by. It says Pepper X edition, which I'm sure means bad for me, but good for the viewers. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
That's what it
okay.
says on the back. Bad for me, good for the viewers.
It says, this enigmatic powerhouse behind the last dab, known for bringing stars and mortals alike to tears.
Jesus.
Really covered the spectrum on that one.
Enigmatic
And
powerhouse.
you have a
Wow.
sauce after this sauce, correct?
Yeah.
This is
Okay,
level
cool.
3. Yeah.
Robert, what are you saucing down?
I have a classic from the show. This is really going to destroy me because I've never had it before and I've always wanted to try it. This is Da Bomb Beyond Insanity.
Oh.
What is your
boy.
fourth sauce?
This is this is the sauce that everyone on Hot Ones says tastes really bad and is stupid spicy and just has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. So kind of like me.
What are you trying? Oh shit! I was about to make the same joke about myself. Come on.
Oh.
Okay. Let's do another toast. Oh, this is a toast in honor of Lucky LaRue, my friend Laura, who submitted a question. This is the first toast I ever learned when I first started drinking in her basement. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's bobsled time.
I don't want to do
I'm going to
it.
need that. Oh, yeah, this is fine. What's the worst that could happen?
It was, okay, cool. Check out my Chicago shot glass. This is very old. This used to be my parents.
Oh, no.
This is bad news.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, no.
I'm seeing a wave of disappointment.
Oh, no.
Robert, talk to me. What's going on?
This is really, really like,
Yeah.
oh, here come the hiccups.
Yeah, baby.
This is really bad.
Oh, no. Oh, no, baby.
Oh, God. It's so spicy.
I'm so sorry. Bianca.
I took a bite and I was like, okay. And then I opened my mouth It was gone, man. It's all gone. There's nothing in there anymore. It's all burned. It's all gone. I can't do another.
Carlos, I'm hearing you, but give me some words. What's going on? What's going on in your mouth right now?
Oh, so bad. It's too hot. It's too hot. It's too hot.
Well, with that in mind, Carlos, I think my favorite thing about D&D is how our characters can surprise us. I've made many characters.
Smoothie right now?
I made a smoothie.
You drinking a protein shake right now?
I cannot imagine someone listening to this because this is just terrible audio. One of my favorite things about D&D is how our characters can surprise us. Tell me, what has surprised you about playing Rain, different than your expectations of the character?
Okay. God damn. Okay, the thing that surprises me about Rain is that she is such a little shit and is such a little chaotic fireball that sometimes every once in a while she'll have her shit together in little moments with like Hart and with Xandar when they need her most. But for the most part, she's always going to be a chaotic little shit. End of response.
End of response.
Like literally, like boogers are coming out of my nose.
I'm fucking crying. Oh, Bianca. Yeah, we'll keep the same question. Same question.
How's my character surprised me?
Yeah, what has surprised you about playing this character? Different than what your expectations were going in.
I think what has surprised me is keep it together. Oops. I think what has surprised me, there are moments where Hart, their logic is rooted in empathy. And that was not something that I was expecting going into this. Like I was like, oh, I'll be playing like a Void Forge who like doesn't really like know anything about interactions, and like it'll be like fun to like learn along the way like how people treat each other. But there have been moments where like they are faced with a situation and respond with like a very like acute observation of like what is happening. I think a lot about the like, I'm not going to live very long. I think about the moment where they were on the big ship and there was like those orcs fighting because Sheldon was like, you guys are fucking up the ocean. And the orcs were like, shut the fuck up. What is our job? And Hart was like, oh, I understand. It must be difficult to be accused of doing something that was done to you. That can't be good. And
right.
That is something that like I don't get to do with any of my other D&D characters. And something that I really enjoy is operating off of the assumption that basic decency and empathy is the baseline of our interactions, and that is something that is inherent in us, that is not taught. But we just like, we want to be kind to each other.
I love it. I'm sorry. It's going to get progressively harder because I have a follow-up question. What has Hart taught you about yourself?
Oh, man. Well, okay. This is the first thing that came to mind. My like transition into being non-binary has like been like documented on the show. It's like something we've like briefly talked about before.
Yeah.
And I think like something that Hart has taught me is that it is not the physical case in which we walk through the world that defines who we are, but rather the decisions that we make and the people we align ourselves with.
Fuck yeah, baby.
And that has been, I don't know, really nice.
Absolutely. Xandar Radnax.
Yeah.
What is has surprised you about Xandar from inception to playing now almost like, up all the way up to level 6?
I thought when I first made the character that I was going to be like a worse person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that like I was going to lie a lot. Like I made the whole character like based around like deceit and like taking advantage of people. And I find that this is a problem I have a lot in D&D. Like, even if I want to play like a shiesty character, I feel bad. And I can't role play shiesty things. Like, I can't like shoplift in D&D.
Do you think that connects to what Bianca was just thinking about us wanting to be empathetic creatures?
I wasn't listening. Ditto. I wasn't listening when Bianca was talking, full disclosure.
That's totally fine, man. I'm no offense.
I'm trying to be fucking Oprah Winfrey over here, and you guys are just.
But I think empathy is really interesting, and I don't have an informed answer because I don't remember what Bianca said.
Robert, I should say. What about playing Xandar has what have you learned about yourself playing Xandar?
I think Xandar and I have a lot in common with the whole like the moment I'm really thinking about right now is the when like Xandar was in the club.
Yeah.
And he like walked into the club and like you wouldn't think that Xandar would fit super well in like that setting, but like he takes to it kind of like a fish to water and like starts dancing and like does drugs in the bathroom and like you know is like has this whole like confidence and bravado to him where he like is like trying to like hit on people, but as soon as like any of that is reciprocated at all, he like shatters to pieces, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that I think that's something that I've discovered as I've played Xandar that like is a little peek behind the curtain as to like who I actually also am myself.
Interesting.
Like I like play like this, like, yeah, I like to have fun. I'm fun. I'm awesome. Like and meet people and be with people. And then as soon as it like anything gets flirtatious at all, I'm like, all
right. Well, I'm going to escalate the questions. Now you have to answer another one. Robert,
oh shit.
What has playing with Carlos and Bianca taught you?
Yeah.
Got
him.
I think what it has taught me is because I've not only have I've played a lot of D&D with Carlos, but I had never really played other than that playtest that Bianca had mentioned. I had never really played with them before. So finding our dynamic together, what I think I like sort of learned, like coupled with that is playing D&D for like an audience, like theatrically for the first time. So that like playing D&D in a way that you're trying to give gifts and you're trying to like have a give and take and like let other people like respond to and explore things and giving them opportunities to like use bits and jokes and things like that. I think that that's something that like when you're playing D&D at a table, just in a group, it's really easy to get bogged down. Oh my God. I think I'm gonna throw up. The more I talk, the more my insides are like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, no, I like to hear myself talk. You get bogged down in like the mechanics and the powers and like maximizing every possible action, like maximizing your action economy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You don't really like not that many people come to the table and like focus on the role playing aspect. So I think that is something that I've learned as I've gone through this project with these two other wonderful players.
Aww.
Fabulous. Before we move on to the next sauce, because I do think y'all could use a little bit more time to recuperate.
Throw me in there, coach.
Do you have any questions for me?
What have you learned as a DM from us as players?
What have I learned? I mean, like so fucking much. Like every time we play, it feels like you all challenge me so much to be better. Honestly, I was so what was nervous? What was nervous? What made me nervous?
What was nervous was me.
I love this even playing field because we are absolutely wrecked over here, and so are you.
What made me nervous was not running D&D, but performing, which is weird because I performed my whole life, but I was just thinking like, God, I've seen so many people do D&D for an audience so well. I don't know if I can do that, you know? and seeing like, oh, I am better just by letting them have space to do what they need to do has taught me so much. Like giving you all space to just be in your characters and just like talk to each other and pursue the things that you are interested in. It just makes me better every time, you know? And like, I don't subscribe too much to the idea of like, you have to be like you have to be a good DM, you know? But I do think this has made me be a better storyteller. And I'm so grateful to you three for that gift. Absolutely.
You're a great DM.
You're welcome.
And Robert's still my favorite.
Yeah, we know. We know.
Yeah, we know. Let's
That's
eat the next
fine.
wing. Move along.
Yeah, what is that?
Bianca,
Yeah.
what next sauce do you have?
Oh, here we go.
It's so saucy.
It's so saucy. This is called Hot Ones, The Last Dab, California Reaper Edition, because I hate myself. This one just says, "Good luck, loser." So I don't know what that's about.
That sounds like it was made by Rain.
Okay. That's my sauce.
It's so saucy.
It's so saucy.
Oh, wait, that's it. Okay, you're done.
Yep, that's all I got.
Carlos, what kind of sauce do you got, baby?
Mine is also The Last Dab, but this is called Apollo. It's not as funny as the other ones, but I'm sure it is the deadliest.
Well, I guess it must be showtime. And showtime with Paula. Fuck
Goodbye.
you guys. Come on.
No, it's good.
All right. Robert, what's saucy, baby?
Mine is The Last Dab XXX.
Triple extension?
If you're
The
a fan
Bar
of
X.
if you're a fan of Vin Diesel movies out there, I'm sure
or
that
Ice
this
Cube
is
movies, depending on how you view the world. Or porn.
But for anybody who's not familiar with Hot Ones, they call it The Last Dab because it's their tradition to put a little extra dab on your last wing.
Oh.
So these are extra spicy. is what
Really?
you're saying.
Yeah.
So you've put the sauce
Carlos.
on your wing already, and then you take the sauce and you put the last dab on it.
Oh, okay. So you guys got
So
double
you
sauce
put
these.
a fresh, wet dab on your
Fuck me,
wing.
man.
The
Whoa.
words fresh, wet dab make me deeply
Fresh, wet dab. Hey, bro, get in here doing fresh, wet dabs.
fresh, wet dab.
Well, when you're dabbed up, let me know. We'll cheers our last.
Look at my dab.
Dabbity
All right.
dobed. Here we go.
That's gorgeous. That's a really nice ring. Robert made those rings. Good job, Robert.
I just fried them.
Okay.
Robert killed
I
that
didn't think you were
chicken.
the chicken.
Here we go.
To this adventure in the void that we all took together.
Cheers.
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 Holy fuck. I don't want to drink this anymore. Oh, fuck.
I hate the flavor. I hate this flavor.
I think the last one destroyed me so much that this one's like barely.
Yeah.
This one's coming.
Yeah, you were in a rough spot, Robert.
Oh,
baby.
Bob.
You were in a rough
You know,
spot.
you know when you eat like a gummy or a cookie or a brownie,
Yeah.
and you're like 45 minutes in, and you're like, "This ain't shit," and then suddenly you're like two people at once, and also in the 1940s.
Okay.
I took a bite of that wing, and I was like, "Pish posh."
Fish posh. and-
Yeah, this is like
if you're watching this video, please come feed my cat because I have died.
Oh, here it comes. Oh my
God.
this one was
no.
a really slow burn. It was like really sour too.
Oh, no.
Fuck. Oh my god.
It's okay, baby. I feel so bad.
I want you guys to know that I did something really stupid.
Yeah.
And I wiped my nose with the napkin that had hot sauce on it. So now my nose is really hot too.
Oh, no.
I touched my leg and I have like a burnt spot on my leg.
That's, well. Oh, man. Who did we start with last time?
Bianca, I think.
Okay, Carlos.
I don't remember. I don't know. What is time?
We started with Carlos.
Started with me.
Carlos, tell me about your level 6. It's time, baby.
Fuck yeah.
We're going to go through a lot.
It's time, Bianca. You're glowing.
You are moist. Stop touching your face. Stop touching your face.
Okay. I promised I wouldn't drink this until after I answered the question, so I'm glad I'm first. So I'm 1 level of artificer and 5 levels of wizard. And oh my god, fuck. The thing with the level 5 Okay, the thing with the level 5 wizard is there aren't any special abilities. All it is I could do 3rd level spells now.
Oh, good. That's powerful.
So, oh my god, I'm like dizzy. There are 2 spells that are classics, and I always love taking them. Mm-hmm. The first is one that's gonna fuck joolz' shit up, and that's counter spell.
Okay.
Which, for those of you who are unfamiliar, is basically like a get out of jail free card. If someone else casts a spell, I could just be counter spell, and hopefully I could just cancel it out. It's fun.
It's a good spell.
And then the other spell that I have is Lehman's tiny hut.
Oh, shit.
So give us a little hut of protection.
That's fun.
And
Cute.
normally it's just like a I don't know, like a clear sphere, basically.
Yeah.
Like a force field. But I'm hoping that maybe I can, like, just for the sake of, theater of the mind, I can, like, deck it out with, like, a speaker system and, like, Come on, let me have this.
Yeah, whatever, Rain. Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah, when you were like, when we went to Fake Crossing, you're like, basically anything you say is what's going to happen. I was like, fuck
I'll eat those fucking words.
Let's go.
Eat those fucking words.
Oh my god! And that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
out.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's an easy level up for me.
All right, Bianca, you are.
Let's go.
In dire. Oh, you know what? I think Robert's making a I want to go face. Robert, tell me about Xandar's level 6.
Mine's pretty easy. I don't have a lot going on.
Well, talk at length, please.
I got my favorite foe is improved. So I got that thing where I can mark after I hit somebody, I can mark them as a favorite foe. And that is now a D6 instead of a D4.
Okay.
And I also get a power from another what am I saying?
It's so hard to think.
I can't focus. I can't read. I have it written down. I'm like looking at something that I wrote and I can't even read it. Deft Explorer is another feature I have. I get an improvement from there. At 6th level, I get a power called Roving, where my speed increases by 5.
Wow.
And I also gain a climbing speed and a swimming speed equal to my walking speed.
Oh, for real?
Wow.
Yeah,
sure.
so that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And then I'm like bouncing. That's too much pain. There's also I can switch out a spell every level. So I swapped out one of my first level spells, Hunter's Mark, for a second level spell, Summon Beast. Where I can, for an hour, I can summon a beast that's either an air, land, or water beast. So I'll have like a
takes the form that you want, based off of those. Yeah.
Right. So I'll have a little beastie for an hour at a time.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the class, Robert?
That's really it. That's all I get. I get 7 hit points. Shout out. Hopefully I don't die. Shout out to 7 more hit points.
Right now.
Hashtag 7 hit points.
Hashtag don't go down so much, Xandar.
Little big cat.
Sweet Bee.
Hey.
Sweet Spicy Bee.
Okay. I have a lot to talk about, unfortunately. Because I have I took a 3rd level in Paladin. I'm like actively crying right now.
Well, that's normally when we play D&D.
Yeah, it's all total. Like I cry all the time. It's on my water bottle. Anyone who knows me could tell you that I am alive. I got more hit points, so now I'm stronger than ever. And I took it. You get to, at your 3rd level of paladin, take an oath. You swear your paladin oath. And that's when you know you're locked and loaded. You really believe. So I'm taking the oath of devotion, and I'm very excited about it.
Yeah.
Basically, the tenets are like, be good. don't fuck it up. No,
and if you want to change out any of those,
no, I could do it.
I can do it.
Here we go.
Okay.
I got the book. I had a whole thing planned because Carlos was talking earlier about how some things don't make sense in the void, and I was going to agree with him, but there's no time for that now.
There's no time.
I am like, you know what? I should protect my friends and the people I care about, and that's what I'll do. And I have to say a couple oaths, which I'm not going to do now because I will die. But I got 2 new spells.
What I wanted to say is, if any of those devotes, what's the word? Oaths. Tenets? Oaths.
There you go. Tenets
don't match. You can change them for something that does.
Thanks. These fit. I picked this one.
Okay,
I picked the Oath of Devotion.
And you don't want to read them.
No, but I will tell you that I now have a channel divinity, which is fucking awesome. So get ready to get wrecked.
I always am.
Basically, I can imbue my fist with radiant power. So
This sounds like a typical Tuesday night at my place.
A typical Tuesday. And I get 2 new spells: Protection from Evil and Good, and Sanctuary, which I think is going to be a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
And now I can turn the unholy. So any fiend or undead, watch their backs.
Fuck yeah.
Because I'm out here. I'm on the case.
Good job, everybody. Do you guys want to go backwards? Do you want to do the one that you did again and go back in time? I could do
If
4
I
more
go
shots.
back in time, I'll choke myself out.
The skin on my face hurts really bad. Does anybody else?
No.
Does the skin
I
on
have one
anybody
bonus
else's
question.
face hurt really bad?
I have one bonus round question. Bonus question.
Here we go.
Favorite NPC you've met so far and why? Let's start with Carlos.
My favorite NPC. Oh, damn. There's so many good ones. I think my favorite is probably. Oh, I don't know. Can we come back to me? I have so many. I can't pick.
Bianca.
Yay! I like all the NPCs you've made, but I think my favorite. I like them all, but I think that my favorite as a player is Hestia. I think that she just like makes things so complicated and nuanced, and that's something that's like really fun to like play against. And she's just awful, but also you're really good at like giving like all your NPCs, but I think especially Hestia, like humanizing them and making them feel really like 3-dimensional.
Thank you.
And so she's really complicated. Donnie is a close second because I fed him a hot dog, and I will never forget that. He is my boy.
Xander.
I feel obliged. I feel like I have to say Shale.
You don't have to say shit.
You don't have to say anything
because they are very patient and thirsty.
What more can you ask for?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Shale's.
You're describing Shale and not the DM that created Shale.
Right.
Just to be clear.
Okay. Right.
Fabulous.
I like Shale because I'm their favorite.
Yeah, absolutely. Carlos.
I'm gonna say I have 2. One, the one that's the most interesting to me is Orion.
Yes.
Because like Orion is always has this like really charged energy of like maybe we're walking into a trap, or maybe I like it. It's very it pushes me as a player forward, where it's like fuck that guy, but there's like always an energy with Orion that's easy to play off of. And then my favorite character that you play is my stepmom Lucina. The way that you played that call, like I love that moment. Yeah,
that was so fun.
It's so good.
I'm excited to see more from Lucina. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Orion's a piece of work. Did you know
Right.
this is a trivia fact? I think you all know this, but
I want to hear it.
The episode descriptions are written from Orion's point of view. Have you put that together?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, especially the one that's like, you better watch your back or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know if I never told you all that I was doing that, and it's not a secret. But I do write the episode descriptions, except for I think one I missed because I was probably drunk somewhere. But I do write.
Yeah, that might have been the one that I at some point, so I was like, yeah, I think this is Orion. And then at some point I started to think it was Xandar for a minute.
Sure, because he's
I don't
everyone's
remember
favorite.
why, but I remember reading it and I was like, this isn't Orion. So maybe that was the one where you said you were drunk. Maybe I probably was like, that's not Orion.
Maybe. But yeah, I write the descriptions from Orion's point of view, and that is a little trivia fact for listening to this episode. I want all of you, I'm going to take the wheels on this because my party is dying. And I am also very drunk, but I think I can power through this. Please, if you can, throw us a subscribe. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes. Give us a like on YouTube, or subscribe on YouTube, or follow whatever the fuck they call it on YouTube. Give it to us. If you can, subscribe to our Patreon. You know, money's tight all around. We understand. You know, if you can't, it's no big deal. We're releasing some exclusive content to Patreon. And if you have the extra funds to contribute to what we've been working on here, we'd love your support. And if you don't, we will continue to release our episodes free of charge for your enjoyment, because that is just the kind of people we are. Follow us on.
And I'll make you a button and I'll send you a sticker.
Robert.
Yeah, and that's
Robert
Robert's
is cute
promise.
as a button. We'll make you a button.
I'll make you a button with my own hands in a machine that makes buttons.
Yeah. Follow us on
precious.
Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. And I think the biggest favor you can do for us is just tell your friends that we exist. And
Yeah.
tell them to listen.
Tell them to listen. We're good people. We're a good time. We've
Next time
suffered
you
tonight for your enjoyment. What more do you want from us?
Right.
I've just been clenching my fists for the last 15 minutes.
Robert, is that the only thing you're clenching right now?
No.
Everything.
No. Okay.
Oh, from all of us here at the Pod Has Been Cast to you, stay spicy, my friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, loves.
Bye.
Bye, spicy
Okay,
chickens.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.